Hi everyone, this is Ruth and welcome back to my channel. This channel is mainly about my home lab where I build different setups, test networking tools, and experiment with infrastructure projects. My main goal with this lab is to practice cybersecurity skills in a real environment. So over time, I'll be building out different systems, security tools, and monitoring platforms. Alright, in this video, we're going to connect a Windows virtual machine to our LAN using pfSense and make sure everything is working including internet access. If you haven't installed pfSense and Proximox yet, check the description below for the link to part 1 to 3 where I show the full pfSense installation step by step. Let's get started. First, we'll open the VM settings, go to Hardware, select the network device, and click Edit. Now let's configure it. Set the bridge to VMBR1. Change the model to Vertio para virtualize. Leave VLAN tagging as it is. You'll notice the firewall is disabled here. That's actually fine because we're using pfSense as our main firewall. It will handle all the traffic filtering for this network. Now, let's start the virtual machine. Open the console, and once Windows loads, let's log in. Next, open the PowerShell and run ipconfig. Notice that the IPv4 address shows something like 169.254. This is called an APIPA address. It happens because the virtual machine is set to get an IP via DHCP, but no DHCP server responded, so Windows automatically assigns a fallback address. This means the VM is not properly connected to the LAN yet, so let's assign a static IP. Let's open the network settings. We have a couple of options to do it. First, click on the Start menu, type Run, and press Enter. In the Run box that appears, type incpa.cpl. Then press Enter. Or if you prefer a shortcut, you can press Windows key plus R on your keyboard. This opens the Run dialog and type the same command there. Either way will take you to the Network Connections window where we can configure the Ethernet adapter. Next, in Network Connections, right-click Ethernet 2. Click Properties, select Ethernet Protocol version 4 or IPv4, then click Properties again. Now choose Use the following IP address. Here's an important tip. You can choose any IP address you want as long as it's within your LAN subnet and not already in use. For this setup, the LAN is 10.0.20.0/24, so we'll use IP address 10.0.20.2. For the subnet mask, let's set to 255.255.255.0. The default gateway is 10.0.20.1. For the DNS, let's set the preferred DNS to the pfSense LAN IP, which is the 10.0.20.1. For the alternate DNS, it's optional. Let's set it to the Google DNS. Then click OK and close everything. Now, go back to PowerShell and run ipconfig again. You should now see IPv4 is changed to 10.0.20.2, and then the gateway is now changed to 10.0.20.1, which is our pfSense LAN IP address. So the IP that we manually assigned is now active. Now that we've assigned the IP, let's make sure our virtual machine can talk to the LAN and the internet. First, we'll test LAN connectivity. Open PowerShell and type ping 10.0.20.1 and then press Enter. If you see replies, that means the virtual machine is successfully connected to the LAN. Next, we'll test internet connectivity. In the same PowerShell window, type ping, then the DNS of Google, then press Enter. If replies come back, congratulations! The virtual machine can now reach the internet through pfSense. Now, let's access the pfSense web interface to manage the firewall. Open a web browser, type the LAN IP of pfSense in the address bar, and then press Enter. You'll likely see a security warning. This is normal because pfSense uses a self-signed certificate. Click Continue. This will take you to the pfSense login page. Now we need to log into pfSense. Enter the username, which is admin, and enter the password, which is pfSense. You need to type all the letters in lowercase. These are default credentials of pfSense. Once logged in, you'll see the pfSense setup wizard. We'll cover the full wizard setup in the next video, where I'll show you how to configure the LAN, WAN, DNS, and admin password properly. For now, just take note of it. We'll continue it in part 5. And that's it! Your Windows virtual machine is now fully connected to the LAN through pfSense, with working network and internet access. Thank you for watching!